reverberating through the cosmos like the sound you didn't hear from the Hayabusa 2 when it shot some stuff into an asteroid in deep space. It's DIA, or Dudes in Asia. What up, Dunamaniacs? As always, this is David Hayter.
And this is David Nguyen, aka used to be the Don Juan, now my name is just Twan.
On episode 31 of our podcast, we thought we'd share some funny and interesting stories about our first trip together to Vietnam.
Yes, this was back in the summer of 2011. That was some good times, my man.
Indeed, man. Almost 8 years ago.
No, because that was the funny part, because like I've been to Vietnam 2 times before that, and I think at the end of the second trip, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of done with Vietnam. And then I remember you're at my house. My mom strolls in. She's like, Dave, let's go to Vietnam. You're like, all right, let's do it. And then I told you, like, okay, like, if you go on this trip, you know, it's all about, like, if you sign up for Vietnamese classes, I'll sign up with you. Yeah, that's Grace, that's Grace.
That's right. She was like, yes, sign me up too.
Yep. So yeah, you signed up to take Vietnamese, and what I kind of said, actually, that was a chain reaction of me getting my butt back into college too. So it worked out, man. It worked out.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So how's the week treating you, man? Anything new?
Nah, man, nothing much, dude. It's just work has been a haze again, dude. Like, I'm not exactly busy on anything important. So pretty much so. So remember all the ideas we talked about when we were there in Japan about this app and group dating and stuff? Yeah. So we came back and VC was pretty gung-ho about it. Like, dude, this might be a really great idea. And so pretty much he kept sending me like all his his voice memos about the concepts. But then it was my job to do some market research. And then pretty much the market research told us that it's a horrible idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so pretty much like 2016 and 2017 was just like a time that a lot of people started doing this group dating, group social stuff, and they all failed. Even Tinder tried to do a group thing too. Around that same time frame, it lasted like just a little bit over a year. So pretty much it was just, you know, it was people that was set up for orgies and gangbangs and all this other things. It was all like hardcore sexual group sex type stuff, and there's like, that's not what we're aiming for. So pretty much once I kind of reported the details to VC, and then my job went back to like, oh, okay, just let me wait and figure it out until VC, you know, figures out what he wants to do. So I kind of just, you know, back on like standby.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah. So that was pretty much my week summed up. But after that, I just been staying home with Grace this whole time. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. She knows. She's like, what's my name?
How's about you, bro? I know your little golden week had just started.
That's right, man. Yeah, it's like 10 solid days off. Like, it's basically like 1 week off and then like a 3-day weekend, you know?
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice, man. I ain't gonna lie.
So
like, usually I would have had to work today.
So it's like the longest golden week ever.
Yeah. It's all just because the emperor's changing, you know?
So it's just like the timing of it, just like, okay, super extended.
Yeah, like if there wasn't like a change in the emperor, like we probably would have had off, like we would have had a 4-day weekend, like this weekend, you know, and then maybe then followed by like a 3-day weekend, you know what I mean? But because the emperor is changing, like they just plugged in a few extra holidays, so now you don't have to go to work at all this week. You know?
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, like last week, like, you know, the week before the vacation, like I was teaching at one of my new schools, and like I don't know who makes the schedule over there, but they just want to give me like as many classes as possible, man. Like, yeah, I taught like 24 classes last week, you know.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like, they just like me that much. I don't know, man. But yeah, I was tired, dude. It was. Yeah, I know. That's right. Grace knows what's up.
Yeah.
She's seen the struggle. But you know, it's cool, man. Like, kind of working that hard makes the vacation a little bit like nicer.
Oh, definitely it is. Like, yeah, it's better when you like you know you work for it and earned it.
Yeah, like they said that like this week, dude. Like in Japan, like 1/5 of the population is going to be traveling. So it's like 25 million people are going to be moving around. You know.
So it's already going to be even more crowded.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like some people are going from Japan overseas, and then maybe some people are traveling within Japan.
Yeah.
But it's like everybody's off of work and they all want to go out, and so like anywhere you go is going to be pretty packed, you know.
Yeah, it's actually like it's a 5-day weekend in Vietnam too, and it's pretty much the same. It's it's not exactly a family holiday. It's just like Independence Day. So people is like really using that as like a travel excuse more so than I'm gonna go home and visit the family excuse. So it's been like bad traveling. Like my mother-in-law, her bus was supposed to be like at 10 a.m. on Saturday. No, yesterday. But like she didn't get on the bus until like 1.
Ooh, my goodness.
And then she didn't get back to the house until like 7.
Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is all backed up, like just because of the traffic. Like they had it all organized, where it's like you know, drop it off, come back, drop it off, come back all the time. But you know, the traffic just delayed everything. You know, so yeah, so it's just like 3 hours behind schedule.
Wow, dude,
yeah,
it's nuts, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so like thank God, like my wife is busy, so she has to work. So it's I can't leave Saigon, which is kind of like great. I kind of just want to chill for once, because usually during the holidays, like I'm also on the move too, and I have to deal with the traffic. So it's nice for once. It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay home and chill. But I was just chill that much, just have to take care of Grace.
Yeah.
But it's still good times though. It's good times though. Just being home.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah, I pretty much have like the same plan. Not gonna do too much. Like Friday, went out and watched the new Avengers movie.
Do not say anything.
Right. Don't worry. Hey, all you need to know is that somebody dies at the
end. No.
No, I'm just messing.
But was it worth it? Was like, are you satisfied with the way it went down?
You know, in my opinion, like I feel like maybe because I've read a lot of comic books and like I've watched a lot of cartoons, I'm like, yeah, it's good. Okay. But like everybody's like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. I'm just like,
no, yeah,
I've seen it before.
You're a comic fan, so you kind of already have some. I'm pretty sure like even the movie would fall short of like just some of the stuff that you've read happened before in like mini arcs, right? So.
Yeah, well, I'll give it this, man. Like the movie itself is pretty hilarious.
Also touching, apparently.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like a heartless monster.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not the type that gets emotionally invested in movies.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I'm quite the opposite, my man.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It doesn't take me long to start crying, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
But I mean, it was a good movie though. It was a good movie. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Saturday I was playing the new game Days Gone. Mm-hmm. Also pretty good experience, you know. Like it's just kind of crazy, man, because like you have like weapons, but they'll get like beat up over time, so you got to repair them and find new stuff.
Same thing with
so it's like
you gotta get stuff for your bike, also get gas for the bike and things like that, right?
Yeah, you got to keep your bike gassed up. Like you got to keep it repaired.
Everything's degrading, right?
Yeah, well, at least your melee weapons degrade a lot, and then with your guns, like you can run out of ammo pretty easily. You know, so you're just like constantly scavenging, like you're constantly on the move.
Yeah.
You know, and like there's threats like from everywhere. You know, like there's wild animals, there's like the freakers, like the zombies, there's like other humans and whatnot too. You know, so. It can be pretty interesting, you know. I read some of the reviews and people are saying that it's like a little repetitive, but maybe I haven't played long enough for it to be that repetitive, but I've been enjoying it, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then like other than that, this week, like I'll visit a few friends. I went to like a friend's house yesterday. Gonna party up at a friend's house tomorrow. You know, clean up the house a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then actually this like Sunday we're gonna go to Nagoya,
Nice.
and then Monday they're having Dragon Gate Pro Wrestling. Man, you ever heard of that?
No.
So Dragon Gate Pro Wrestling is the wrestling company founded by Ultimo Dragon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like they're having like a show like Monday, which is like a holiday, like the last day of Golden Week in Nagoya. And I got like a coupon, man. Cheapest tickets are like $10.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, like you can't even see a movie for that much in Japan. Dude. Yeah. It's nuts, man.
1,000 yen, huh?
Yeah, 1,080 yen to be exact. No, mess with you, dude.
I know. So speaking of Japan,
Yeah, so you think?
it's time to talk about Vietnam, man.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yeah. So today we got stories from Nam.
From the Nams.
No, I don't know if I ever told you about this, man, but you remember my homie Bruce, man? He can be like a smart ass sometimes. He was talking to this guy who's like a Vietnam War vet, you know. And this guy's like, "Man, you got it easy, dog." He's like, "Man, I went to Nam. You don't know what that's like." And he's like, "I went to Nam too." He's like, "What do you mean you went to Nam? You're not old enough." He's like, "Yeah, I was on the first Navy ship to pull into harbor and not get shot at." But yeah, man, we had our trip out to Nam in summer 2011. It's a pretty good time.
Yes, it was. It was like a 2.5 month stay.
Yeah, and well, for me, that was like my first time really going like overseas to travel. Before that,
Yeah.
I had only been to Mexico like a few times. You know? Yeah, so it's definitely like a good experience, man. Like, I feel like the trip over was pretty smooth. Like you said, this is probably your third time going out,
At
right?
that time, it was my third time. And I made it count. I remember that. I remember I did an edible before the ride. And then we had that. We bought those breakfast burritos. Remember?
Yes.
So
do.
me and Hitter bought like a breakfast burrito from Fantastic Burgers, but also like extra sausage. So it was like a meat bomb.
Yeah.
And then we went through security, and they pulled me aside. I was like, "Oh shit! They found my chocolate." Next thing you know, they pulled up the Fantastic Burgers. Like, what's this? It's like, oh, it's a breakfast burrito. I was like, oh, Fantastic Burger? Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, go ahead. I was like, oh!
Yeah. Well, I remember the security guy because he's like, "Excuse me, sir, is this your bag?" You're like, "Yeah." It's like, "Yeah, we have to check it out. We saw like 2 cylindrical objects."
That's right.
Like, looks like a tank for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then
But yeah, I think we flew through Taiwan that time,
yes,
right?
we did. Eva Air.
So that's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like when I think about one of the first things that really stood out to me is like, because we landed and then we got into like that Mercedes like van, like your whole family came to pick us up,
Right.
and then we cruised out to Kinta, and then we went out to the countryside, and then we kind of like hoofed it, right, like from the market like to the house.
Me and you? Yeah, we did. Yeah, they brought all that stuff first, we just hoofed it.
Yeah, but that was like pretty hilarious. Like, everybody's like, "Hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello, hello." Like, you know, it's probably like one of the only like non-Vietnamese people to go around
Pretty
there.
much.
Right? Yeah, probably still to this day.
No, there's actually there's like a foreign cat actually I think lives there or built a house there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like
That's crazy.
like along the same road as like past the market along the same road. Yeah, just I remember saw a taxi pull up and just white dude just like walks into the house. I'm like, huh. He probably has like a wife there or something.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna have to go kick him out, man. But can't be no other non-Vietnamese people here except me, even when I'm not
Bang
here.
bang is my hood, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know, I was trying to think of some other stories and stuff, man. I remember that one time when your family caught that fish out the river.
That was near the end of the trip. I remember. Yeah, that was near the end of the trip.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I
dude.
remember that. That was right near the end of the trip, actually. That was like one of our last meals, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
was-
but I remember because after that, then
Wait,
they're
no.
like, "Oh, we have to fry everything hard now," you know?
Yeah. I was like, oh, now you gotta fry shit hard. I was like, because I remember I had this. Yeah, so that is huge fish in the river, and then they caught it. And they made some like spring rolls out of it. It's kind of like a hot pot. But I remember I looked at it when they kind of gave it to us. I'm like, this looks a little bit undercooked. It was just like, nah, it's fine. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like, all right, man. Like, this just don't look right, but it's like, hey, you guys say it's cool. And next thing you know, like, we both got the mud butt from that bad boy.
Yeah, it was like 2 days almost.
Yeah,
right?
it was a rough one.
Yeah. Well, like, and I just remember, like, it just felt like someone was, like, tying my stomach, like, in knots, you know?
Like, how many times did we get mud butt that trip? At least, like, 3, right?
I don't recall exactly, man.
That was
probably
one.
like the worst time,
yeah, that was the
you know?
worst. Because I remember one time me and you went to Qatar, but ours was spread out. Because me and you ate everything me and you ate, like, the same thing every time. In terms of, like, whatever I ate, you ate, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like, I got sick. Usually you got sick, too. But I remember just one time I can tell that you got sick first, and then when you recovered, then I got sick.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, we were talking, maybe it was that blue cheese that did me in.
Blue cheese?
Yeah, I ate, like, some blue cheese, like, back at the hotel, like, just straight up, but it had been sitting around for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I just remember, too, like, when we were eating that fish, they're like, it's good, right? I'm like, yeah, it's good. And I eat it all. They're like, here, have more. I'm like, okay. Like, here, eat some more. I'm like, okay. Like, eat this. This is the best part. It was like an egg sack or something.
Yeah.
I was just like,
yeah, that's not the best part. Well, it's the caviar part, right?
Yeah, right. But, yeah, it was all good, though. You kind of learn, you know. But, yeah, like, I don't know, dude. Always in Vietnam, man. Like, the food and, like, the partying is always pretty fun, you know? And, like...
Especially the countryside. Yeah,
like, they'd have those parties, like, when somebody had, like, passed away.
Like a death anniversary. Death anniversary.
Yeah, right. Yeah, those are, like, crazy, because they're just like, hey, you guys busy on Monday? It's like, nope. It's like, come outside at, like, 10 a.m. We're going to be drinking and eating. It's like, okay.
Yep. Maybe earlier, dude. It might be like 9.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as we get up, it's just like, oh, there's people here.
Yeah, I think at 9 is like when everything was ready, right? Like they had been cooking and preparing stuff way before.
Yep.
And we just get to show up when it's time to enjoy it, not have to do any work. But yeah, I still remember that one time. Like we were out in the front, and like we were like eating, drinking, or whatever. And then that funny dude came by, man. Like he was like that dude was just hilarious. Like he had like mad jokes.
Yeah. He's like,
and then I think,
well, like cousins, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Relative. He's some kind of distant cousin. Well, he's a married into the family cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I just remember like I was like drinking with them fools, man. I drank like 6 people under the table or something, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was more at least like 7, bro. So it was like
really 7 people.
Dude, it was like shot for you with that person, and then shot with you and another person, shot with you and another person, and next thing you know, it's like they all tapped out. And then you're just like, you guys are done? Fuck this. You went on back and grabbed like your case of beer and kept going. And then you became super infamous after that. It's like, don't bring that big boy around, man. We can't drink with this guy.
he's in here.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Pretty much. And then I remember like after that, you're on the hammock in the house, and then me and Hal were watching TV, and then you just fucking biffed it, dude. It's just like boom, it shook the whole house. It was like, oh shit.
But like where we're staying is like that wood house in the back, and it's basically just like on stilts, like everything is made out of wood.
Also be aware, like Hayden was drinking like homemade hooch, which is like unfiltered and dirty.
Yeah, that banana hooch, man.
No, so that's exactly what happened to like VC. Like he went to Moon like I think a couple weeks ago, and then they just got it in with some locals, and they whipped out the local stuff, and then he got tore up. But like he got like, I guess when he drinks like that type of alcohol, he gets like rowdy. So,
Okay.
so he was just like, he's just going out. He was like, just jumping in the middle of the street, stopping taxis and shit, like not getting in, but just like fucking with cars. And then like,
Damn, son.
one of our friends was like driving. He got in the back, and he nipple pinched the fuck out of him, and they crashed.
What the
Yeah, so he's just like, he was just
Damn,
riding
son.
shotgun, and then like he just pinched the driver's nipples like really hard, and he just like reacted and they skidded. So like BC's got like a hard scar on his back. Other homies like got I think scrapes on his forearms and shit. I was like, ooh,
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
man. Damn.
No, that's a
son.
homie who's just dirty, dude. The homie who's just dirty.
Yeah, because like they've just put like a bunch of banana peels and stuff like in a jar and let it sit around.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just dirty, man.
Well, and they're saying that like that's what really gets you hung over is like the impurities
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
You know. So I think I was like hungover for like 2 days after
At
that.
least like want like
you know?
I was like a 30-something hours. You're out of it. Yeah, so it's like so we drank like at like what 9, 10 a.m. We probably finished drinking around like I think like 10, no, like around like 12 or 1, maybe like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then pretty much like you out of commission till like 5 or 8 p.m. the next night.
Yeah, man.
I was
yeah.
like, dude, you okay?
And
Like,
then I remember,
I
like-
was like, can you eat some rice porridge? Just
yeah.
like,
Yeah. I think your aunt like brought out like it was like some soup with like that soft cooked egg.
yeah,
or
some rice
something, you know?
porridge and whatnot, dude. Some kanji.
Yeah, I needed
Yeah,
that, man.
dude. It was just get up, get something liquid nourishment, just like crash for a little bit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
Indeed. But yeah, and then like, oh, that's why it was funny though too, man, because like, you know, people could see how much I could drink and still like, you know, keep it together somewhat. And then there's that time we went to Phu Wak, man, and like, I think I probably got roofied out there.
Yeah, that was cool because that was the first time I actually really got on a motorbike. Because you're just
right,
like,
man.
fuck, dude, this Brandon is like, dude, I don't know how to drive. He's like, man, fuck it, don't worry.
Yeah.
So you're on a bike, just take it slow. Next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, it was awesome. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
we had a good time that night. Started driving around, saw a bar that looked interesting, and then there's some red flags the second we walked there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
it was like what?
Well, because
There's a white dude smoking
Well, like, I
reefer
remember
with the
'cause-
girl in front. And then
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
in, there's the guy playing pool, but you can kind of tell like that lady was clearly a hooker.
yeah.
And then they mixed the drink behind the counter. You couldn't see what's going on. Luckily, we had one drink and left.
Yeah. But like thinking about that place, right? Because I remember before, like we'd been drinking a lot, but we hadn't been to like a bar.
No, exactly.
It's like, oh, that might be cool. Let's check it out. But then looking at the setup, there's like a bar and then like a hotel next
Yeah.
door. You know, so probably what they want to do is like get you roofied so that you stay there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then like spend all your money or whatever. But yeah, like because what you got like a beer, right?
No, I didn't even drink,
then-
dude.
or what
I
did
didn't
you
even drink.
Oh, you didn't drink.
I was
right?
planning on it, but I was just
Okay,
like,
that's right.
I don't know how I'll feel after like drinking and driving, right? Because at that time my
Yeah.
tolerance was like really low, so I wasn't
right.
comfortable. So like, I'll just take
Yeah.
a sip off of yours. That's right, Grace. That's right, Grace.
Yeah.
So I was gonna sip off of yours and just go from there. Oh, what's wrong?
Yeah, so that's right, man. Yeah, I got that gin fizz, and then we just rolled out like immediately, and then what was it, we went back to the
Chatted.
hotel. Like
yeah,
that
we
was-
just sat on the patio,
Yeah.
talked, and you think you drank like a couple, like maybe just like 2 or 3 more beers.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I just remember it was funny because like, that it was kind of like a motel. I want to say like they had like beach bungalows,
Yeah.
And so we're basically just staying in kind of like the wood house with like an electrical outlet and like a toilet,
much.
and like one bed, and the bed had like the mosquito net.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember like waking up in the morning and I was just like, oh man, oh my leg, man, like shit, I got bit to hell by mosquitoes. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, who's the dumb bastard that tore down this mosquito net? I was like, and then. Yeah, I just remember I got up and was like, you alright, man? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, yep, that's exactly what I said. I was like, what's up, man? I was like, what's going on? You really had to go, huh? I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And, yeah, and then they're just like, yeah, you like just got up and like tore down the mosquito net. Like
I said, the first thing you got up, and then like you approached the window. So like I don't know how to describe this. So the bed is like, you know, close to the bathroom. Pretty much, Hader would have to make a full lap around the bathroom, around the bed to hit the restroom. But he just like got up his side of the bed, went straight to the window, and pissed out of it. But hey, you managed at least you at least managed to pee and open like the window while you're doing it.
Yeah, I did.
And then you just like exactly. You peed, and then you just turned around and just like kablamo right on top of the mosquito net and knocked out.
Oh shit!
I was just like, Hader, dude, Hader. It was like no response. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah, and then, that's when you cue Grace and get the
And then I just remember. Then I woke up before you woke up, and then they're just like our shits in the middle of the room, right? And I can see like some Cliff bars and stuff like that. I'm like, fucking Christ, Hader! I'm like, what the hell, dude? You're like, you was hungry too? What the hell happened? But then like when you woke up, I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like, wait a minute, something looks wrong. They should know like a fucking rat went through our room too.
Yep. And that's exactly how I felt. But yeah, man, and that's why, like, because at first we didn't really put two and two together about possibly getting roofied.
No, I mean, just who would have...
Like, it was just...
Who would have thought that would actually happen like that, you know?
Yeah, but it's like, we're thinking about it, it's like, man, how much she drank last night? I was like, fuck, man, like 3 beers and that one drink. It's like, man, that ain't right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, come on. Something's not right here.
Yeah. You know, so, yeah, it was very trippy, man, but...
At least it worked out. And it was, in the long run, it was safe, right?
Yeah, well, that was our thing too. Is like, all right, just like it's getting dark, you know. We don't want to like fuck around. It's like get one drink and bounce, you know, for sure, man. All right, man. Yeah, that's probably a good place to leave it. So that does it for another fresh episode of Dudes in Asia. As you travel around, you have some amazing experiences. Even if things didn't go exactly as you planned, you hopefully have some nice stories to tell. You know, we've got a lot more stories to tell about Vietnam and whatnot, but save those for another time.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely part 1 because that felt really short. There's plenty of stories to still share. I mean, not even just our stories, right?
Yeah, that's true, man.
So yeah, this is David Twan signing out. Be sure to check us on our blog at dudesinasia.blogspot.com at dudesinasia. What the hell am I talking about? dudesinasia.blogspot.com or Facebook at facebook.com/dudesinasia. Holy shit, I fucked that one up good.
That's all good. Yeah. If you want to follow me on Twitter, search for @DavidHater. That's @DavidHater.
Peace out, yo.